Today, we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and a little bit controversial: deception in the zodiac. Now, before we get started, let me be crystal clear. Astrology is a complex system of archetypes and tendencies, not a definitive predictor of behavior. We're not here to label or judge anyone based on their sun sign. Instead, we'll be exploring the potential ways certain zodiac energies might manifest in misleading or deceptive actions. Think of it as uncovering some of the more shadowy corners of the astrological landscape. Throughout history and across cultures, the idea of deception has been a constant. Whether it's for self-preservation, personal gain, or something more complex, the ability to mislead others is a trait we see reflected in stories, myths, and yes, even in the stars, according to some interpretations. Today, we'll be unmasking some of the zodiac signs that astrologers often associate with a natural inclination towards strategic thinking, adaptability, and sometimes a masterful command of illusion. Let's begin with a sign known for its quick wit, adaptability, and an ability to see multiple sides of a situation. Ruled by the planet of communication and intellect, this sign is a master of words. They're often social butterflies, flitting from one conversation to the next, and their verbal dexterity is a key part of their charm. However, this inherent duality can sometimes manifest as inconsistency. Their ever-shifting perspectives and love of playing devil's advocate can lead to misunderstandings or, in more extreme cases, an intentional blurring of the truth. Their words are their power, and they know how to use them to their advantage, sometimes weaving intricate tales that make it hard to discern where the truth ends and the story begins. Are you thinking of a sign that's famous for having a dual nature? I'm talking about Gemini. Next up is a sign that operates with a strategic mind and a keen awareness of power dynamics. Intense, passionate, and deeply private, this sign is a master of observation and can be incredibly perceptive. They're excellent at keeping secrets, both their own and others, and their reluctance to reveal their true selves creates an air of mystery. Their strategic nature means they can plan their moves carefully, sometimes without revealing their true intentions until the very last moment. This isn't always about malicious deception, but rather a carefully guarded inner world that keeps their cards close to their chest. If you guess the sign that's a master of strategy and depth, you're right on the money. We're talking about Scorpio. Now, let's dive into the watery depths of a sign that is compassionate, imaginative, and deeply empathetic. Ruled by the planet of illusion and spirituality, this sign has a natural inclination towards the ethereal and the intangible. They often live in a world of dreams and possibilities, which can sometimes manifest as a tendency to avoid harsh realities or to create idealized versions of situations. This can inadvertently lead to deception, as they may find it difficult to be completely direct. Their desire to avoid conflict and their fluid boundaries can result in a blurring of the truth as a means of escape or preservation of harmony. The sign that's often associated with illusion and dreams? That would be Pisces. Our next sign is all about balance and maintaining peaceful relationships. Ruled by the planet of love and harmony, this sign has a strong desire to please everyone and avoid conflict at all costs. This can sometimes lead them down a path of bending the truth or telling people what they think they want to hear. While not inherently malicious, their strong need for external validation and their aversion to confrontation can result in them being less than entirely forthcoming. They might agree with multiple viewpoints to keep the peace, which can be perceived as insincerity or even deception. If you thought of a sign that's always striving for perfect balance, you guessed it, Libra. Our final sign we'll touch on today is deeply emotional, nurturing, and fiercely protective of their loved ones. Ruled by the moon and operating from a place of feeling, this sign's strong emotional currents can sometimes lead them to manipulate situations or people to ensure their own emotional security or the well-being of those they care about. This isn't always a conscious act of malice, but rather a deeply ingrained instinct to protect their vulnerable inner world and those within their emotional sphere. Their sensitivity can sometimes lead to indirect communication and a tendency to operate beneath the surface. The sign known for its protective shell and strong emotional currents? That's Cancer. Now, It's crucial to reiterate that this is a nuanced exploration. Not every Gemini is a liar, not every Scorpio is secretly plotting, and so on. These are potential tendencies influenced by planetary energies and the core archetypes of each sign. Many other factors in a person's birth chart, as well as their upbringing and personal choices, play a significant role in shaping their character and behavior. In fact, these very same traits we've discussed can be used for positive purposes. Understanding these potential shadows within the zodiac can actually help us develop greater self-awareness and empathy in our interactions with others. Recognizing that someone might have a natural inclination towards secrecy, for example, can help us approach them with more patience and understanding. Similarly, being aware of our own potential tendencies can help us consciously choose more direct and honest communication styles. So, what do you think? Do you recognize any of these tendencies in yourself or the people you know? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the more intriguing aspects of astrology, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more astrological insights. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future explorations.